Okay, so good evening taong bayan at for today po i-discuss ko sa inyo yung most recent na order ng Supreme Court in relation po dun sa mga cases filed sa Supreme Court din po na questioning the constitutionality of the fourth impeachment complaint filed against Vice President Sara Duterte. Okay, so ang latest po dyan ngayon is naglabas po ng order ang Supreme Court and the Supreme Court is asking for information po kung paano na-file yung fourth impeachment complaint ng House of Representatives. Okay, so medyo late na po tayo dito. This is actually already 6 days ago na nga po yung balita. Nonetheless, I personally believe this is still a good issue to discuss considering meron pong mga nagsasabi kasi na judicial overreach daw po yung action ng Supreme Court dito. Okay? So preliminary matters po muna tayo para mas klaro talaga. Okay? So unang-una po, this is the case that I am explaining for, I am talking about in this video, yung GR number 278353. Hindi po ito yung actual impeachment complaint na nandun na sa Senate. Okay? This is a case filed po sa Supreme Court by Vice President Sara Duterte wherein si VP Sara po, she is questioning the constitutionality of the fourth impeachment complaint filed because daw of a potential violation of the 1-year bar rule. So again, take note po, hindi po ito yung actual impeachment complaint na nandun sa Senate. Rather, this is the case po sa Supreme Court questioning the constitutionality of the impeachment complaint na nandun na ngayon sa Senate. Okay? So hopefully, klaro yun na wag nyo po sana mapaghalo-halo. Okay? And because of that po, I think this is still, in a sense po, related pa rin sa impeachment ni VP Sara but hindi siya the actual impeachment complaint. So anyway po, hopefully klaro yun. Ngayon punta na po tayo sa next topic of discussion natin. So in summary po, makikita agad natin yan dito sa nature and purpose of the petition sa first paragraph po ng petition ni VP Sara. So dito po letter A, ang pinakagusto nilang mangyari, issue a writ of certiorari to nullify the fourth impeachment complaint. So gusto nila ipanullify yung fourth impeachment complaint, ipawalang bisa daw po yan because it violated section 3.5 article 11 of the Constitution, which says that no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Okay? So from this po, from the very first paragraph, makikita po natin na this is a clear constitutional issue po yung linalaban dito or yung pinapaglaban po ni VP Sara sa petition for certiorari niya sa Supreme Court. Okay? So again, this is a clear constitutional issue ang cause of action po ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Okay? And because of that, ngayon po tingnan natin naman yung next question natin. So una po, para mas magets nyo talaga kung bakit yun siya naging constitutional issue is because yung pinapaglaban po ni VP Sara, yung prohibition against the 1-year bar rule, that is expressly provided po kasi ng Constitution natin. Specifically in Article 11 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Section 3, Paragraph 5. So nakalagay dito, no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Okay, so since ito yung pinapaglaban ni VP Sara na na-violate dun sa petition for certiorari niya, therefore, there is a clear constitutional issue po na gusto talaga ipaklarify ni VP Sara sa Supreme Court. Okay? And because of that, ngayon, tingnan natin kung ano ba talaga ang trabaho ng Supreme Court when it relates to constitutional issues. Okay? And for that, ang sagot po niya nasa Article 8, Section 1 naman po of the 1987 Philippine Constitution natin. So kung makita po ninyo, judicial power includes the duty of the courts of justice to settle actual controversies involving rights which are legally demandable and enforceable and to determine whether or not there has been a grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction on the part of any branch or instrumentality of the government. Okay, so ito pong second last part ng sentence na to, makikita ninyo na ang Supreme Court po talaga has the power to determine kung meron bang grabeng pang-aabuso sa kapangyarihan ang isang government office. Okay? And because of this power po of the Supreme Court can now touch on or review the actions of certain government offices kung sinunod ba ng government office na yon yung constitutional mandate nila or yung mga requirements po ng Constitution regarding certain actions nila. Okay? And because of all that, there is again a clear constitutional issue that the Supreme Court needs to address para ma-fully resolve nila yung petition for certiorari ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Okay? Ngayon, punta po tayo sa next question natin. And the reason po why I am emphasizing that is because since there is a clear constitutional issue, therefore the Supreme Court clearly has jurisdiction to review this case or to decide this case considering nga kung may constitutional violation pala yung act ng House of Representatives, therefore that is what we call now a grave abuse of discretion or grabing pang-aabuso ng kapangyarihan nila, 'di ba? Tapos kung merong ganon, may grave abuse of discretion, ang action po na yon is unconstitutional, therefore null and void, at ang lahat po ng epekto or nagbunga or yung mga byproducts po are also void po kasi yung foundation niya itself is null and void to begin with. Yan po yung rason kung bakit ina-emphasize ko po talaga na merong constitutional issue dito kung saan may kapangyarihan po talaga yung Supreme Court para desisyonan kung whether or not na violate nga yung constitution ng Congress or ng House of Representatives dito. Okay? Pero tandaan po ninyo, i-clarify ko lang din kasi baka maging conclusory po kayo, magbigay kayo ng basta-bastang conclusion. Hindi ko po sinasabi na na-violate na ng Congress yung 1-year bar rule. Wala pa po tayo sa stage na yon, okay? Ang stage po ng case ngayon is gusto palang klaruhin talaga ng Supreme Court kung ano ba talaga yung nangyari dun sa pag-file ng 4th impeachment complaint, okay? At kung ako po tatanungin nyo, ang professional assessment ko po sa action ng Supreme Court dito, this is actually a very good action on their part kasi makikita po natin na talagang sinusunod nila or pinoprotektahan nila yung right to due process ng House of Representatives at ni Vice President Sara Duterte, di ba? At ang rason po kung bakit nasabi ko na this is a clear protection of the right to due process kasi at present, because of this order ng Supreme Court, it would now appear na medyo malabo pa ba yung mga factual presentations nung parties in the case. So in short, ayaw mag-decide ng Supreme Court kung malabo pa yung kwento or yung facts, di ba? And it is for that reason, more or less po, kaya gusto ipaklarify ng Supreme Court sa House of Representatives yung facts talaga as to the filing of the 4th impeachment complaint para po makadecide talaga sila based on all the record or all the data na mapuprovide sa kanila ng party, diba? So because of that, that is a clear preservation po and protection of the right to due process of both parties in this case, okay? So ngayon, punta po tayo sa most controversial question of the evening. And I am sure po kung nakinig kayo ng mabuti sa lahat ng explanation ko, masasagot na ninyo na kung ako po tatanungin na yung professional assessment ko po, there is no judicial overreach by the Supreme Court in this situation because unang-una, like what I've explained, there is a clear constitutional issue po, di ba? And yung pinakita ko rin din po sa inyo kanina, pag may constitutional issue, meron pong jurisdiction or power yung Supreme Court to determine constitutional issues. So dun pa lang po, klarong wala ng judicial overreach, okay? Pangalawa, there is only judicial overreach when the Supreme Court will touch on mga political questions, okay? However, in this case po, wala namang political question eh, 'di ba? There is a clear constitutional question. Yun po yung issue talaga dito, whether or not na violate ba ng Supreme Court whether or not na violate ba ng House of Representatives yung 1-year bar rule. So because that is a clear constitutional question, edi wala pong judicial overreach dyan sa part ng Supreme Court. And pangalawa, like what I also explained, wala rin pong political question doon kasi this is a clear issue na masasagot lang naman po ng mga factual presentations of the parties. 'Di ba? So kung ipakita lang dito ngayon ng House of Representatives yung nangyari step by step, edi mas klaro at mas makaka-decide ng maayos yung Supreme Court kung whether or not nasunod ba talaga ng Congress, ng House of Representatives yung requirements ng Constitution. Okay? So ipakita ko na din po sa inyo kung ano ba yung specific requirements ng Constitution regarding the initiation of impeachment complaints. So ito po, Section 3, this is still in Article 11 pa rin. Section 3, Paragraph 2, a verified complaint for impeachment may be filed by any member of the House of Representatives or by any citizen upon a resolution of endorsement, so on and so forth, which shall be included in the order of business within 10 session days. So diba, this one is very crucial because this is a clear constitutional provision po eh. Nasa Constitution nilagay mismo yung 10 days na dapat nasa order of business na. And after nyan, once nasa order of business na, referred to the proper committee within 3 session days, diba? So very crucial to, 10 days and 3 session days. Thus, the committee, after hearing and by a majority vote of all its members, shall submit its report to the House within 60 session days from such referral together with the corresponding resolution. At yung naging main issue po kasi talaga dito sa impeachment ni VP Sara, hindi po nangyari tong 10 days and 3 session days because of the current setup po ng rules ng House of Representatives na pag na-file sa SecGen's office, medyo dun may gray area po kasi pwede i-dribble dribble ngayon ng Secretary General Tapos because of that, hindi nga ito nasunod. So I actually made a video about this na since this is a clear provision from the Constitution itself, dapat ito dun sa internal rules ng House na sunod din. Pero again, that is only my professional assessment. Di ko po sinasabi ako yung tama kasi wala pa naman pong actual decision yung Supreme Court as to that issue. Pero kung ako tatanungin, meron po talagang gray area that can be argued and questioned by Vice President Sara Duterte, which she actually did dun sa petition for certiorari niya. Okay? So kung gusto niyo po panoorin yung video ko na in-explain ko yan, yun po yung, I believe that was the 4th impeachment complaint video ko. Matagal na po yun, February. Before pa po nag-file sila VP Sara ng mga petitions, I already made a video for that. Ililink ko na lang po yan sa description. Okay? Pero anyway, hopefully klaro po yung discussions natin for today, and as usual po, may lalabas yan dito. If you want more legal videos, i-recommend po yan ni YouTube algorithm sa inyo. And if you want to be notified kung may bago po tayong upload, subscribe lang po kayo sa YouTube channel ko. Libre po yan. And until next time, see you all po. Bye-bye!